like a freight train will. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Tells the dirt roads, whiskey skies that cut through the night like fireflies. Laughter echoes through the pines, two voices cross them county lines.
And we are live on a snowy Saturday. Let me kill that music. A snowy Saturday, Paul.
Cold and snowy.
Cold and snowy in the Northwest Georgia region. It's good to be here on Saturday. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. And maybe to let us know if you got snow where you're at. If you're in the north,
The Great White North.
the Great White North, we know you have snow, but in the south, check in with us. Let us know if you got snow, because we definitely got some snow.
And it's there's more the further east that you go.
Yeah, you said that you had quite a bit up on the ridge.
Yeah,
more than we have here.
When I left the house, there was about, I would say, 3 inches,
Oh, nice.
somewhere around in there, which is not that much, but
Yeah,
enough to sled.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of snow here, but when we do, it's pretty and it's nice. And we like the snow. We don't like the ice. We don't like ice.
No.
Said like the president, ice.
And I tell you, driving over here this morning,
Hello, Michael.
the roads were not that bad. I mean, the further, like I said, the further north and east you go, the worse they get. But the highway, I decided to come to the highway and not take back road. The highway is just wet, but the thing is, all of that moisture is going to freeze.
Yeah.
And dude, there was people. I didn't get over 60 the whole way here, and that's when I was coming down 75 there, coming to Cloud Springs that way. But there were cars came by me like I was sitting still.
I saw a video of it. I don't know where this was at.
Yeah.
It was a wrecker. And the guy's flying down the road, snowy, icy water, all the mix,
Yeah.
And he goes around the corner, he just goes right off the road.
Yeah.
But just not even a clue of how slick it is, thinking because he's in a a wrecker that he's okay.
And
Way
you
too
got
fast.
people, just because they have 4-wheel drive, they think that their vehicles won't slide. That's not true. Not true. I'm in a Jeep. I can control my slides. I've got a handbrake.
Yeah.
I can pull it and turn. And whatever. But
So yeah, about 9 o'clock, I come out to do the music show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I started a new feature, Paul. I don't know if you was able to see that.
not last night.
But I do an album spotlight.
Yeah.
And so last night I had, and there's a story behind each one. I'll just grab these quickly. But this was the album that, hold on here. This was the album that me and my best friend got together. This one has a lot of memories for me because he was
Right.
murdered. And of course, I love the album, but
Yeah.
highlighted that one. And I don't know if you ever had that album.
Oh, I've had all three of those.
Yeah, Tesla,
Yep.
Chemical Resonance. We had that. And of course,
AC/DC.
AC/DC, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Yep.
Those were cool. So each week on the music show, we're going to highlight some albums, 2 or 3 albums. So
All right. Have you got a pretty good collection?
decent. I probably should add to it. But what I have, each one has a story, but decent, and I've got
Right.
all genres of music just about. Well, except for hip hop or rap. I never was
Yeah,
into either
yeah.
one of those. So, but I go from country to disco to
Jazz.
pop. I don't have any jazz.
I love jazz.
I'm a blues. I like blues, but I like of course rock. And a little bit of metal.
Right.
Nothing crazy, but yeah, I like that. I like talking about because it was fun to go get albums. To
Oh,
look
yeah.
through albums and stuff. So
Well, I mean, that was something that you and your friends used to do. You go to
Oh,
the
yeah,
album
man.
store and you'd walk through the music store there and just thumb through, pick, and then till all of you decided on the one album that you were going to pool your money
I know.
and buy, and then you had to figure out who's got the best turntable and stereo system.
Who has wore theirs out? Remember that was the worst sound ever, right? If something happened and your arm and it went
Yeah,
all the way across the record, you'd be like, "No!"
Yeah. I hated that. Man.
Oh man! Or you were somebody stomped the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's thick.
Oh yeah.
Same thing over and over and over again. Jody, I forget what song it was. She was telling me. I think it might have been an Allman Brothers song. But anyway, it got stuck in a certain area, and every time she hears that song, that's what she remembers is that over and over and over and over again.
Dude, I've had some albums that got kind of warped, and
Yeah,
it's like
that needle does this.
but
like-
they were still sounding good. It still tracked really well. But to watch it is fascinating. To watch that rise and fall, as they got a little bit messed up. But
Yep.
But happy Saturday on the Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy show, and we hope you got to see also the interview or the conversation we called it with Miss Jenna Turnipseed, running for the 14th district. I have given her my personal support, my vote, not for speaking for anyone else at the
or I
podcast.
would.
Yeah. But we are the first public one to officially give support. And there's some others who privately have. They can't do it publicly yet because of rules. And,
Well, I don't live in the 14th district.
Yeah, you would. Barry would, I believe. Barry likes what she had to say. But
Right.
but yeah, they didn't cancel. I wonder if they have now. The Paulding County didn't get canceled, she said. They moved one of them because of the weather coming in, but Paulding County, I wonder if Paulding County got anything.
I don't know.
That's a pretty good drive. But if the interstates are clear, you're probably okay.
Yeah.
But and of course I don't know when that is. It'll be later today. So I'm sure she'll be fine on the trip down there. But lots of
Paulding County, is that the 14th district as well?
Yeah, I would think it
Is it?
is because you
Wow.
go all the way down to Rome. A little
Yeah.
bit of Cobb County is.
Yeah.
It's a big district. It really is. I've been to Paulding County more than I wanted to. Nothing against Paulding County, but that's where one of the lockups was. We had to go visit the boy.
Right. Right.
But every time we need to go take a ride down one of these days. Well, one of these days when we get our schedules lined up, we got to go down to Marietta. But
right.
there is a little store, and right there down the street from the correctional place,
Mhm.
and there's a historical marker there, and it is one of the worst aviation disasters in the state of Georgia happened there.
Really?
And there's a cemetery actually behind it, but in bad weather, a DC-10 or something came down right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've done a lot of reading about
Back
it.
in the 50s,
Actually, this was probably 70s.
70s.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the worst. It may be the worst. But it went down there in heavy rain and storm and everything. But there's a historical marker there for that. There's
Oh,
an
wow.
old historic church across the street. It has some war between the states history and
Yeah.
just history to that area.
Sounds interesting.
But that plane came down right there, and I probably was a massive fireball. By the way, I don't know if you've seen this. The Greg Biffle, died in the airplane crash.
Mhm.
Early, and I was reading online. I'm not the expert. I'm not the official or whatever. But some early things that they knew some things. But what came out of the preliminary findings, they'll have the full report later, is apparently the pilot can only be the pilot if another qualified pilot is in the second seat. He had his son there who had some flight time but was not qualified.
Oh,
So
wow.
that disqualifies him.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of things that went wrong. They had, you just have to read the thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but this is going to be big deal.
Yeah,
when this
you're
comes out.
supposed to
There's
have a
gonna be some
pilot and
lawsuits.
a co-pilot
Yeah.
when you're
And,
carrying passengers.
yeah. And
Over 10, I believe.
I don't think they had a ton of experience in that kind of plane. They had some instrumentation trouble as well that wasn't working correctly. And I don't think he understood the topography of the land there, that the runway is actually higher than some of the surrounding land. Anyway, it was just a cascade of errors, man, that
Right.
went wrong. And
I'll have to talk to my neighbor about that. Joseph,
Yeah, I
he's a aviation mechanic.
I would like to know a little more, but and these planes, apparently that type of particular plane has a lot of, you have to do a lot of maintenance on it to keep it in the air. Apparently, it's not. Maybe they're all
That's
that
the way
way,
all planes
but this
are.
one has a lot more. Maybe it's a little more. You got to do more with it than you would.
What
maybe
kind of a
some-
plane? Do you remember? what
I
type
don't
of
remember the
plane it was?
top. I don't remember the top, but they were
Was it a
having.
prop or a jet prop or
Golly, we'll just have to look it up. I don't
Okay.
remember. Good morning, broski. It's actually snowing in Charlotte. He says, yes, we have at least. What do you say out here? 1 to 2
there's
inches.
A foot.
That's not a foot.
No, fishtail, man, fishtail. We got about an inch.
About an inch.
Inch
He
and
said
a
he's
half.
got about 3 up on the ridge where he's at.
Yeah.
Started at 9 last night. It's a very light snow, but it just keeps falling.
And it'll get heavy at times, and then it'll stop. And it'll get heavy, and then it'll just flurry for a while. But
Good morning, Jared Schmidt. Thank you for dropping in as well and giving us a like. We appreciate that. Like, follow, share,
Yeah.
all those good things. It does help. Every day we have people tell us, hey, I caught your show. Last night on Podbean, we have a libertarian who is wanting to, they do one show a week, I think, but they stopped by. They were channel surfing, as say, and definitely wanted to continue the conversation. We need to do a Podbean only show and call in. And I'm working on getting the call in feature for the full show anyway.
that's going to be nice. Whenever
I've got a little more equipment I got to buy, but we're gonna do call ins. We just got to maintain our still family friendly, with crazy.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to do that. But they were wanting to call in, so it was interesting to talk politics with them a little bit. But I told them I couldn't have them call in then because nobody would. They would hear me, but nobody would hear them.
Right.
Broski said it is not a lot, and its light looks about an inch so far. It's still coming down though.
Well, Broski, they're saying that over in your area, y'all are some areas over in North Carolina. They say look like get over a foot, especially up in the mountains.
Yeah, get up in them mountains. I'm sure you probably would see that. So maybe this is the last one for the year, but I doubt it. I think this is going to be a year that we get hit in March. It just has
possibility.
It just has that feel to it, you know. We do have a topic for today for the show. It's we're going to have to monitor ourselves, but we nicknames, and we're going to decide if the nickname fits in one or both areas. Being one would be the Appalachian Trail. Everybody gets a trail name, or prison. And the topic is, what would you not want to be your nickname in either the trail or prison or both? You know, what would you not? So, but keep it clean as you keep it clean. Innuendo is fine, but let's not go graphic.
Sweet lips. I don't believe I would want to be called Sweet Lips on the trail or in prison.
The trail or in prison. I certainly see the prison part. Sweet Lips.
Which I don't ever see anybody calling me that. But
well, people name you though. What if you didn't know it? They just say,
"Here comes Sweet Lips."
Everybody's got to have a name. They give you one.
Hot pants.
They're supposed to tell you that. I would think on the trail you wouldn't want the name Lazy, you know.
No.
Or Slow, you know, because
Sleepy.
Any
of the dwarfs there.
Yeah, because you're going up the trail. People are like, "Ah, man, this dude never helps set up the tents. He never helps pack up or hang the food.
He's always in the way.
He's slow. He's the last one up." By the way, if I was in a group traveling up the trail, I would never be the last one up. I'm such a light sleeper. I don't sleep good on the ground anyway.
Right.
I'll get my sleep in, but then I'm up early getting coffee. I will never be that person who's trying to sleep till noon while everybody else is trying to roll out. That wouldn't be me.
I'm up to break of dawn.
We were up at the same time this morning.
Yeah. I guess I guess 5:30 this morning, 5 o'clock.
And it was about 5-ish when I started rolling around. I was kind of in and out. I was scrolling through the Facebook, the social pages and stuff, and then I got up and did a couple things, and I saw your note. You know, are you up? Yeah, man, I'm kind of in and out.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't think that lazy or sleepy would be good on the trail. Snitch.
That would not be a good one in prison. That is.
Would it work on the trail? I don't know. Could you make snitch work on the trail?
Yeah, I might even be. I might even be more in fear of being called that on the trail. There's a lot of places out there you can hide something. You know what I mean?
Is that what they say? Snitches get stitches.
That's right.
Well, I think it's worse than that, but stitches is the least of their trouble.
Yeah, stitches be.
Oh. Oh, hey, how you doing there? Italy. Oh, how about that? Appreciate you stopping in on Podbean. I had the page all covered up here. I'm flipping between. I've got a new screen on the way, by the way. Biscuit Boy. I've got
Right.
You know, I've been at my company for 35 years, and I got my prize packet I can select from.
Right.
It's a hard choice, but I was thinking just for the studio. But we're going to have a 32-inch screen coming.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be in the studio. I've just
Cool.
I'll order it next week. But yeah, appreciate you dropping in from Italy. Which part of the boot are you from in Italy? So,
Yeah.
but
I think we're.
Broski said they actually said the North Carolina coast could be under blizzard conditions today.
Yep.
And could be the hardest hit region of North Carolina. Coastal flooding, beach erosion. Yeah.
Well, you've got the ocean effect. I guess it depends on moisture's coming in off, you know, but I don't know how that's going. I know there's a circular motion going on right there over North Carolina, so they're probably getting the best of both worlds, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, in some areas I might be getting ice, you know, if it's high enough, I'll be just turning into ice as it's falling.
Well,
I'm ready. I'm ready for winter to be over, though. I'll be telling you, I'm a spring fall guy, man.
Yeah. I like winter. I mean, you know, a couple of good snows, I'm good. I'm done with it, you know.
It's like done that.
Yeah,
it's over.
You know, but yeah, one of the things I'm wanting to do is go snowmobiling. I haven't been in a while, and I would love to do that again.
Can you rent snowmobiles at a place like that? Do they offer that? You can rent the snowmobile, or
yes.
you have to own your own?
You can rent those. You can rent them. They have outfitters. Well, at Tahoe, they do. Lake Tahoe's got.
Well, what's the closest here? I know at Bluefield, West Virginia, they get a lot of snow.
Right.
I don't know if they do that there, but what is the closest other place? I mean, do you have to get way away from here? I mean, to get a good snow place, you know?
Yes, you need to be further north or out west in the mountains.
I think West Virginia gets a pretty good bit up in the mountains.
They do, but it's not consistent.
Not consistent.
You know what I mean?
So where are we talking? Where are you going?
Lake Tahoe.
Well, that's northwest. I mean, that's like way
Yeah,
west.
that's out west.
Well, what would you go north? Like if you're just going north from here, where we're at right now, where would you go to a place that has the snow lodge, or something like that? Is there
Probably upstate New York? I know there's places closer, but I know of 2 places in upstate New York.
okay? So you've done the snow lodge?
Yeah.
The snow lodge, the big fire going.
Yeah.
The booze flowing. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. That's how you stay warm, really. I mean, the fire helps.
Do you ski? Have you skied? Do you?
I have
ski?
never skied. I've snowboarded, but I've never strapped skis on my feet. I know how my knees are, and I'm afraid I'll break.
It's all in that lean.
Yeah.
It's
My knees are
hips and knees and feet.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is it tougher to ski or snowboard? I don't know. I mean, it's all
snowboarding's easy.
I've never done it. I don't know if it's easy or not. It's easy to fall.
Yeah. Well, have you ever been wakeboarding?
No, I've been on the boat when people did it. I've done just tube, man. Crashed out.
You just have to have decent balance.
Yeah.
Well,
at my age now, I don't know that I have decent balance. I'm unbalanced.
I am too.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I always thought it would be interesting to ski the what's the kiddo, the bunny trail? What do they call that? Bunny slope? What are they?
The beginner slope.
The beginner slope.
Yeah.
Here's this old guy. All the kids are zooming by. Hey, old man, get out of the way. Take it easy, kids. Take it easy.
Yeah. Slow your roll. Well,
there's
slow your slide.
There's an old coach episode where like they get up there and his Christine doesn't want to go down. She's having a hard time, but
right.
The athlete in him, the man, the ego wants to do the like the hardest, the
right.
K5 or whatever they call it.
The Widowmaker. Yeah.
It's like, are you crazy? Like jumping off of something like that?
Did it show him in a full body cast?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I just never done it. Which we don't live in a snow area, so I mean.
Well, that's why you have to limit yourself on the alcohol in those areas.
I would think so.
Well, yeah, you'll end up getting hurt because you need a healthy fear.
Ain't that how Sonny Bono died? He hit a tree skiing,
running wide open. Yeah.
And you hit, and they don't know they're injured.
Well, I mean,
they have the brain bleed and swell, and within an hour they're dead.
Yeah.
There was another entertainer, actress, same thing happened. I think that was Lake Tahoe. I think that's where they all die at.
That's a possibility.
I bet that's a beautiful area, though.
I've seen. Oh, it is. It's gorgeous. I've only been there once, but it's really nice. Business partner of mine's got
once is enough.
A cabin out there, if you want to call it a cabin. It's 3 stories.
Welcome to my cabin.
Yeah.
Mansion. 3 stories.
8,500 square feet. Cabin.
Welcome to my little abode.
Yeah.
Oh man, having money can be a great thing.
It can.
Being successful, as we say, the sending group. Keep ascending. Get your financial portfolio situated, and
we help.
The sending group can help you. And Paul here is the financial marketing director, I think his official title, and he can get you hooked up. Senior, yeah, and get you hooked up with the right people, and make your money work for you.
That's exactly right. And people don't realize that there are better options out there.
Oh,
than what most people are doing, and it's just like anything. Most people get their news from where? The news, right?
The news.
Guess who lies to you every single day, and has been for years and years now.
2 years ago, was it 2? Yeah, over 2 years ago. My wife, she was coming up on 62, was going to go ahead and retire. She was having health problems. Of course, she's had more
Right.
since then, but she was getting to that point. It was just really, she was doing home health, but it was really hard for her to do the work that they wanted to do. So anyway, long story short, she did that. Well, I know how things are. Used to the old style, going to the Social Security Administration, sitting down, waiting for hours, and but they do a lot of it by phone now, and there's a lot you do online and by phone. Well, my wife, she had a legit interview set up with Social Security. These scammers, man, the same freaking day, she's going to talk to Social Security, a legit insurance company. They're a legit company. I mean, they're like, maybe a fly by night, but it was, they called her as well, and she got confused. And when she had talked to both of them, she had another call coming in, and I told her, I said, the other one's a scam. I said, leave it alone. That's not, because she was telling me stuff about insurance and stuff. I said, you can't get insurance yet. You're not old enough. Anyway, she said, don't even answer the call. So she didn't. We thought, and she set everything up with Social Security. Everything was fine until we went to do our taxes. Unbeknownst to us, these freaks had put my wife on the marketplace. So because we never accessed it, we never used it, we didn't know anything about it, we didn't even know it was there.
Yeah.
There's a financial value to that, and they hit us for taxes on that money for half a year, and it messed our return up.
I can only imagine.
And this is, I mean, it's amazing how they knew that very day she was talking to them. I don't know if that's just coincidence or if they actually knew that, but it confused my wife. Boy, I was so mad. Man.
A lot of people don't realize this, but in my opinion, you should never receive a tax return from the United States government.
Well, I think a lot of people would agree with you.
And the reason why is because you should be taking sufficient deductions throughout the year to be able to take the money that you would be giving to Uncle Sam and put it somewhere where you're getting interest on it.
And not letting
a lot of people use Uncle Sam as an annual savings program.
They do.
They expect that check every year.
And the poorer,
they could be making 5 times, 10 times the money on it.
And the poorer the people are, the more that they do that. It becomes a savings account. So they feel like, I'm pouring money into this account and I get it back. But you're losing money. You're losing money.
Lots of it.
You're letting Uncle Sam. It's like, there's things I have to buy, and I know I don't like to procrastinate on certain things, but I don't go get my tags and stuff until I have to. I'm not giving them any money any earlier than I have to. I'm just not going to do it.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I don't wait till like the moment that I'm having to pay a penalty. Yeah. But I wait. I don't do that early because I just don't want to. I don't want to let them have my money. They're they got enough of it anyway. Which you live in a state that has no income tax, which is a state income tax, which is nice.
Yep.
One of 5, I think it is, across the nation. Texas is one of them. Arizona, I think, is one of them.
Let me tell you something. There should be no federal income tax, much less a state.
We weren't designed to have that. I mean, they were supposed to have,
And Trump's proving, I believe Trump is proving that tariffs can take the place of an income tax.
Biscuit Boy, you got to tell about this video that you saw about the lady in the gasoline. Legit story, legit video about the woman getting gas under Biden and under Trump.
Yeah, there was this lady made a video. She's at the gas pump. And she is just livid. I mean, she's going off. She said, back when Biden was president, I could get $80 to $90 worth of gas in my truck. Now I can only get $57 in under Trump. And I was like, wait a minute. I had to play it again. And that pretty much sums everything up in a nutshell. What's going on in this country right now.
Oh, Broski said exactly the goal should be to break even on taxes if you're not look at it like a supplemental revenue.
Exactly.
Stream. Absolutely.
Thank you, Broski.
And when you say that to people, they look at you like, huh? What?
Yeah.
I got to get my money. That's how I pay for, we take a trip or we do whatever. You're like, dummy.
Well, I can show you how to take better trips with more money.
Exactly.
I'd rather pay the government a little bit of money at the end of the year or at the end of the quarter, however you pay your taxes. I'd rather pay them a little more.
Yeah, instead of like the Price is Right. Instead of going to the grand metropolis of Woodville, Tennessee, you now can go to Lake Tahoe.
There you go.
Nothing against Woodville. Woodville folks, don't get mad at me.
Nice place over there.
Nice place. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, we are blessed around here.
That's the cryptic capital of Sequatchie County, isn't it?
The Sasquatch in Sequatchie.
Sasquatch in Sequatchie.
Sasquatch sightings in Sequatchie. I like it. I'm good with that.
Yeah, we'll have to run over and see if we can sight Sasquatch.
We've got to go. We're supposed to be going out with Greg Smith at some point too, from Backwoods Cryptids, and have some fun, cryptid hunting, tree knocking.
If I don't make it back, y'all will know what happened to me. I pinched the wrong animal on the butt.
We want to find the party hangout for. There's a video, and I'm sure it's AI, but somebody had a video I saw early this morning.
Yeah,
and it looks like Dog Man, and he's running with a live chicken.
Yeah, down the road.
Did you see that one?
That was Goat Man.
Goat Man.
With the antlers.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, he was literally hoofing it down through there.
And there's some guy talking, I don't know, Spanish or something, you know. You got my chicken, you know.
Yeah, there's no telling what they were saying.
I have no idea. But he was getting it pretty good.
He was moving on. It was parting the chicken's feathers.
Oh, yeah. He said, "Hey, I just want a little chicken. You know, I like my chickens fresh.
Want some chicken gumbo or something."
Oh, what do cryptids live on? Do they live on? Do they eat animals, or are they meat eaters, or are they chewing on the leaves?
Omnivores.
Omnivore.
Eat everything.
Eat everything. So yeah, we're talking about what your nickname would be. You would not want it to be if you were on the Appalachian Trail or in prison. So we've had Sweet Lips, wasn't it?
Sweet Lips, yeah.
Lazy, sleepy, hot pants.
Yeah.
I would not want it to be
Sweetness.
Sweetness, yeah.
Even though
you've ever
come on, you know who the football player was.
Yeah. You remember when it was the Richard Pryor Gene Wilder movie? You know, they get locked up.
Yeah, that's right. We bad.
You gotta get bad, or you gonna get.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you don't want. There's certain things you just don't want. I mean, snitch. That was one of them. We don't want. You would not want to be known as snitch on the trail either. That would be bad.
I think it would be worse on the trail.
What about Butterfingers? Does that work? I mean, maybe on the trail, Butterfingers, because maybe no, I don't think prison. I don't think Butterfingers would work on prison. I don't.
It definitely wouldn't work as a bomb technician or something like that. Butterfingers. I don't know. I never thought.
I have to think about that. I mean, that's kind of an interesting Butterfingers. You know, you drop things. You know, that's what we mean it as, but it could take on other meanings, I guess. Butterfingers.
Sexy.
That might work. It depends too. I mean, now, it
depends on where you're at.
Gender, it might be more acceptable if you had sexy as your nickname on the trail. I don't know if it would work in prison.
I'm not sure about that one
either. Thief would not be good in prison. The trail either. I don't think you would want your.
That's more of a label, though.
Yeah.
You get labeled as a thief, you're probably going to get
jumped,
in trouble,
shanked.
Yes. Snitch, you're going to get in trouble.
Oh man,
there was pedophile. You're going.
Oh yeah, you don't want that one.
Rapist.
Yeah, that's
depending. You're gonna get in trouble.
We just had a former teacher. I say that loosely, who went to prison for, I guess, the rest of his life. in Tennessee here. I think that was in Ottawa. Was sentenced just this week.
He's lucky.
It I won't go into the case, but you can look it up. But and he's trying to act like he's the victim here. You know, I mean, come on. You know,
Well, no, he is lucky that he's going to prison.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you, if it had been one of my children, he would not have made it to court.
People, a lot of people around here say wood chipper. You know,
All kinds of things. I mean, we were just talking about Whitwell. What was in Whitwell? Coal mines.
Yeah.
Guess who else is in Whitwell? The bottom of a coal mine.
Yeah, at the bottom of a coal mine.
Yeah, followed by about 5 sticks of dynamite. Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
That's where he's at, is in Whitwell, Tennessee. Everybody wants to look for Jimmy Hoffa. He's in Whitwell, Tennessee. At the
Well, I
bottom
never
of the
heard
coal
that.
mine.
So he's at the bottom. That's like
think-
a song. The bottom of a coal mine,
Think about this.
followed by 5, 6.
What was he the leader of?
Who's the Teamsters? I mean,
Okay, what did the Teamsters do?
well, they transport.
Exactly. What were they transporting? Coal. A
Yeah.
lot of things. But
Well, a lot of things. Yeah.
around this area, there was a lot of coal coming out of Whitwell, Tennessee in that area.
It is amazing how powerful he became, but even
Yes.
still, there were
He could have
other,
ran for president, and I think they were worried.
there were other powerful people that were against him. But to me, I always kills me in the mob movies and stuff. Why do you get in the car? I'm not getting in anybody's car. I'm not doing it. It's like they pull the car up.
He was confident.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Jimmy Hoffa.
I'm gonna have a security detail.
Jimmy Hoffa used to do push-ups with his bodyguard sitting on his shoulders.
He
He was a very strong guy.
He went on trial in Chattanooga one time. It was one of the most famous, if not the most famous case to go to trial in Chattanooga, and stayed at the. I think that was when the Patton Towers was still a really
now
nice
you're
hotel.
connecting the dots.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that. I've got that on really good authority too. There's been all kinds of people say that he's here, there, he's under Giant Stadium. All this stuff.
Brusky says the AT seems like it attracts weirdos. I understand the concept of wanting to hike it, but it seems like it attracts a collection of very questionable people at best.
Well, I've been on Brosky, so there you go. You were exactly right.
And you win the prize.
Ding, ding, ding.
There is that element, but
Right.
there is also a lot of great people. Not all. There are a lot of people who hike the AT that are ex-military, and they're looking for adventure, and they don't do well in crowds. They're the PTSD or whatever it is. It pushes them. They're staying in shape. You're kind of out there by yourself. I mean, you don't have to travel with anybody unless you want to, and
You can call.
helps them.
Yeah, you can call people weird or whatever. I like to think of them as eccentric because
that's a good word.
Really, what they are, they're eccentric. They have strange behaviors because we don't act that way. We think it's strange, but to them, it's perfectly normal. But stupid people don't know they're stupid. Dead people don't know they're dead. Just saying.
The another nickname that would not be good, I think, on the trail, although maybe it applies to everybody, Stinky.
Stinky would not be a good one anywhere.
Stinky. Stumblefoot.
Yeah, that would not be a good one on the trail.
I think that there are those people who can sleep silent, but a lot of people snore, and that would be not good in a group. I just don't think. We were doing a the first reenactment I ever did was in Resaca, Georgia, on Friday night, and boy, did we hit a storm on that Saturday, which I'm glad I left. I left on actually Saturday battle. I decided not to stay Saturday night, and everybody left pretty much because they got whacked, but. That Friday night, not everybody
hard
comes.
To keep a CPAP in one of them tents.
There are battery, there are people that do that though. They take packs and they do it, if they're going to be in a group. But that night there was about I'll say 8 to 10 of us that stayed. I think 10 that slept there on Friday night. There's not a Friday battle, but they set up the vendors, the sutlers,
Yeah.
and you can go around. It's Friday night's great. It's relaxed,
Fire pits.
and
free,
yes,
all that
it's
stuff.
it's wonderful. And then you do your your battle, your morning stuff. You've got marching and stuff that you do on Saturday. Saturday's busy,
Yeah.
and if you stay Saturday night, then you do a Sunday battle. Then you go home that afternoon. I did some Sunday battles, but because of church, I didn't do many. But I did a lot of Saturdays, but I like to stay Friday night and then do the Saturday battle and then go home.
Right.
But Friday night, and I'm a snorer. I mean, I'm a snorer. I'm a guy who
So am I.
snores. And anyway, there was because of the rain threat, we had gotten a few drizzles.
Mhm.
We had just the little canopy up or whatever you say, and a lot of us were under that, and so we're just stacked beside each other, we're sleeping on their we don't have sleeping bags because they didn't have that. It was
Little
just
mats.
you have your little mat you put
Blanket or
down, a little
whatever.
blanket. That's it. But anyway, there was a guy that was there. His name's Dave too, and he was snoring. And there's another guy, and if y'all ever listen, it's a funny memory to me.
Right.
And another guy, Jonathan, he couldn't sleep because this guy was snoring, and he's like Dave is on this end of. There's like 2 rows of us,
Right.
but so I'm looking at this in front of me, and Dave is over here on this end, and Jonathan's on the other end.
Right.
And Jonathan, he gets frustrated. You get mad if you can't sleep, so
Oh,
he picks up a stick, but he don't want it to anybody to know it's him. I saw it. He tosses the stick, and then he like gets under the cover. Like
Yeah.
it was like toss, get under the cover.
Yeah. Wake him
The
up.
stick hit him right in the face.
Oh wow.
You get hit with a stick in the middle of the night.
You're gonna be ready to fight. when you
You're
get up.
ticked. This guy gets up. He's mad. It brought blood, like it stuck.
Wow.
His cheek, and he's like, "Who the boy?" Nobody.
Wow.
And some people were asleep, so they're like, "What the heck is going on?" So the guy, he gets all mad. He goes, "I'll just go sleep in my truck, I guess." And it about got ugly, and then people had to step in because he
Yeah.
kind of figured out who did
Were
it.
there people applauding when he left?
He didn't leave. They talked him down. The others said, "You should let him go."
Yeah.
We want to sleep. But if
Well,
you're
I'll
a
tell you
snorer, if you snore, that can be hard. I mean, people gonna get mad at you.
Listen, if you're out on the Appalachian Trail or out in the wilderness, snoring is not a bad thing.
Well, keep animals, I guess you would
They
think.
think that it is an animal and they will stay away most of the time.
Cool. Broski says there's a guy named Michael Yarbrough who claims to have witnessed Hoffa's murder and burial, and it happened in a new tower under construction in Detroit. Interesting. It happened in one of the middle floors, not the foundation. He points out exactly where. There are YouTube videos on him being interviewed and showing people. Check out the Mr. Bid Michigan video on this. We'll do that. Thank you for that. Interesting.
I'll definitely check it out. I don't believe the guy's
Mr. Bid
Right,
Michigan video on this. We've heard. I mean, they
that's the
play.
great thing, about these type of things. Everybody has their own opinion,
Yeah. Well,
and everybody is entitled to their own
Sure.
opinion.
Until bones are found.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Concrete shoes, as they say, fish food, in the concrete, whatever you want to say. Oh, he said morbid, Michigan. Morbid, Michigan. Video. Morbid, Michigans. Okay. We got you, man. Thank you for that. I would definitely check it out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll check that out. That's cool. It's like, who's the Amelia Earhart, missing.
And there are a lot of interesting stories about her. On the islands, there were tales of a blonde-haired lady. But some think she survived the crash. Some think she didn't.
I've heard. Yeah, I've watched a lot of shows on that.
I mean, have you heard the story about Michael Rockefeller?
I don't think so.
He got into he went down to South America or Papua New Guinea or somewhere.
Yeah.
It might have been Papua New Guinea, but anyway, he fell in love with their art.
Okay.
Well, he went on a trip there. He went back to the United States, and he wanted to buy some art from one of these tribal chiefs. Well, the chief didn't like him to begin with, you know. But anyway, come to find out, you know, there were all of these reports of, you know, he went missing. He went back over there to get this stuff. He went missing and wasn't seen for years and years and years. But there were these reports of a white man with the natives. You know, they actually got a picture of him on the water in a boat. But what that was, they were actually taking him to his death at that point. They ate him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was
not good.
The tribal chiefs told this later on.
Man, that's sick.
He was boiled and eaten.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The place he points to, you can see a person is buried there wearing a construction hat because you can see the hat. Michael Franzese, that's a good old Italian name. Says he knows who killed Hoffa and the killer is still alive. Well, he'd be pretty old today. I mean, if he's still alive, I mean, he'd be pretty old.
Yeah.
Be pretty daggum old.
Well, the thing is, if they know there's a body somewhere, if the authorities know there's a body, they're going to dig it up and try to get DNA evidence on who it is, try to find out who it is. They're not just going to let it stay there, you know, because it's there.
I would think not, but, you know, maybe they would destroy the building. I don't know. What would you do with that? I mean,
they can do precision, you know, demolition.
Precision demolition.
Yeah.
One of the most famous missing persons ever in America is, yes, the thief. E.B., what was his name?
D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper, yeah, jumped out of the plane. Did he live? You think he lived?
Yeah. I think he did.
You know, he had a plan. He definitely had a plan.
That he did. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Well, I don't remember how much money he got. Was it?
What, $50,000, something like that. It was a lot of money back then. I don't remember. You know, but it's not that much today. But the Lindbergh baby was a big one.
That was, yeah, at the time, huge. Yeah, it's tough to do something because it's in the building. That was my thought as well. So, interesting. I still want to watch the video. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what he has to say. You're not going to hear. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. You're not going to hear that. But I had it on good authority. So,
yeah, Paul's going to get a visit. So
I might get a phone call if anybody watches this. Excuse me for a minute. I'll be right back.
It looks like the snow has stopped.
No, it's this. I just cleaned this off.
There's still. That's what it did. It did bring some more snow down. I would not want to. I just would not want to be, you know, in that environment where somebody's going to be coming after me to take me out and kill me. You know, I do not want to be a part of that. So at all. Lindsey Vonn this morning, they're talking about a lot of the news. She had the ski crash out. Can she make the Olympics? That's kind of floating around today in the news. Winter Olympics, I didn't realize how close it was. A couple of weeks away, right? Do you watch the Winter Olympics? I like the Winter Olympics. Some of those activities are fun because, you know, it brings in the skiing and all that. I like that. You know, some of the summer one, I like the summer one, but some of it I don't care for. Paul's out there stirring up the dogs. They're barking at him out there. It's not our dog, it's neighbor dog. So if you hear a dog barking, it's they're letting Paul know that they don't like him. They let me know if anybody's approaching the studio though, which is nice. I have a dog that lives on one side and one on the other, and they let me know if there's anybody coming back here. For some reason, if you're in the front yard, they don't see you as much. One of them does, but in the backyard they bark. It's like they know they're not supposed to be somebody here. Broski says the Olympics to me are like Kiss. I don't believe anyone actually watches. No, there's a lot of people get into the Winter Olympics, dude. Come on. And if that loud noise you just heard was Paul kicking his shoes,
getting the snow off your boots.
So we're getting all these wonderful sound effects.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people watch the hey Watchman. There's a lot of people that watch the Winter Olympics, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, you're stuck at home. What else you gonna watch? I do think the Olympics are, very much. It's a it's a money drain.
I got a good one.
All right, he has a good one.
All right. So, what sport is not in the Winter Olympics that should be?
I'd have to think about that for a minute. I don't know
Well,
if
that's a good one. What sport?
What sport is not in the Winter Olympics but should be?
Yellow calligraphy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, making a snow angel.
Making
snowball fighting. I would like that.
I like that.
See somebody get smashed in the face with a snowball and blood coming out. Be like a blood sport kind of thing,
Yeah, there would have to be some rules. You couldn't throw ice balls.
That would be that's another name you don't want on the trail in prison. Snowball.
Oh, yeah.
Snowball. I don't think you want to be known as Snowball.
Or Snowflake.
Snowflake. There comes Snowflake.
Yeah, here comes Snowflake.
Oh, but there's nothing like a good snowball fight. This was a previous company. This goes back 30 years or more.
Right.
We used to have tape ball fights at work. There was a wild time, but people would take duct tape and electrical tape, and it felt like a softball, dude. there were people got plunked pretty hard, and I was thinking we're going to get in a whole lot of trouble here. I mean,
somebody get stitches or something. We used to have paperclip fights.
Paperclip fights. What the heck you fight? How do you fight with a paperclip?
Well, you unfold it and then fold it back over and take a rubber band.
Oh, I got you now. I was thinking, we did that too. So everything's good until somebody gets mad.
Yeah,
they get hit in the face or something. Nose or chin or cheek or something or ear.
You got to have a sense of humor.
They get mad and they go crying about it, and everybody gets in trouble.
Yeah, that's
horseplay. That's what they call it. No horseplay. You shouldn't do it. But back in the day in manufacturing, there was a lot of horseplay went on. Nowadays, not so much. But
yeah, there used to be a lot when I worked there.
I know for a fact that at one time in manufacturing, everybody who drove a lift, got initiated with wire connected to the seat. Everybody
got
at one time. From it. That's an old shop thing, but it absolutely happened. You got initiated with that.
One of my favorite things was taking the wax out of the governor.
The wax out of a governor.
Yeah, it makes those Toyota Heisters that we had. Heister's a name brand, but forklift.
Yeah.
Those things you could have them things running 45 miles an hour through the plant. I literally could put the forks down and put it in reverse and ride a wheelie on it backwards. I got in trouble for that.
In the extrusion area where they have to put the ends up and everything,
mm-hmm.
It was the powder, y'all.
Yeah.
It blows out
it just pops holes all in it.
It covers the people. Like they go to pull the waste cage.
Too, yeah.
It does that too, yeah. But they pull the waste cage and
you throw some up in
the blower.
Yeah.
And it just poof.
That's hilarious.
They'll say, go pull the cage.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. New guy. That's all they can do. They're new. They go pull the cage, powder. Woof.
Yeah. You gotta time it.
Yeah, you gotta time it.
Yeah,
grease. You got grease on everything. Oh my gosh, man.
Those floor lifts that we used to have. I used to get going on, you could hold on to it. I used to get going on one of those things and then slide around the turns. Almost hit somebody one day that was a little higher up than me. And
I guess that didn't.
I was told not to do that anymore in a very, very stern way. So I didn't do it for the rest of the day. So, any other ideas about Winter Olympics?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things you could do. I mean, it would be. I tend to would want to go with something crazy, you know.
Well, like snapping snow owls.
I don't know, but you know, I kind of would like to see like ice skating on a frozen lake with a hidden danger zone. Like there's like
Not
thin
not
ice.
completely frozen.
Yeah, and you know, as part of the competition would be surviving the thin ice.
Right.
That I think that'd be a fun event. You know,
By the way, speaking of thin ice, did you see the pictures of the alligators frozen in the water down in Florida?
no, I didn't.
They're alive,
Wow.
but they're frozen. They got their nose up out of the water and their eyes, but the rest of them are underwater, and it's frozen. The whole lake's frozen.
Wow.
But the guy zooms in on the crocodile's eye, and you can see the eye move. They're still alive.
Crazy. There was a tragedy. I don't remember where it was at. 3 young boys that died falling through ice, you know, and
Yeah,
people were trying to save them, and they all died.
Yeah, that's
What about the idiots? And listen, I hate that it happened, but the idiots that do the ice jump in, it's a European
the
type.
polar bear club or whatever.
Yeah, but they jumped in ice where it was fast flowing, and the lady jumps in, it takes her away.
She can't
That's-
get back up.
That's dumb. Why would you do that?
You don't do that in a river. You do that.
I mean, what the heck?
At a
I
dead
mean,
part of a lake.
you can see the water. I mean, like, what do you think's going to happen, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, tie a rope around them or something. I mean, you know, are you kidding me? Why would you
Depending
do
upon
that?
how strong the current is,
She was gone. Like, you know, her husband was there. Like, jump in, she's gone. I mean, you know, that's just
He
stupid.
jumped in to try to save her.
Well, I would say it like this, Paul.
I would have started running in the direction that she went
And yeah,
and got down there and started trying to break
something.
the ice
I think you don't know what you're going to do until it happens.
until it happens. Yeah.
But are you going to die certain death? And you're not going to jumping in would not save that person.
Right.
You just put yourself in harm's way.
Yeah.
You're going to die. Seal clubbing. Oh boy, you're going to make somebody mad. The Don Lemon Club.
The Don Lemon Club. Wow.
They won the Darwin Award. He's what? It's like, let's jump into this cold water. That's just phew.
It's called survival of the fittest for a reason.
Yeah. What do y'all think about Don Lemon saying that his rights have been violated? That he's just doing the job he's been doing for 30 years when he stormed the church. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah.
Lemon would not be a name I'd have a nickname either on the prison. Lemon, I don't think that would work.
Yeah.
Most famous lemon though, Meadowlark lemon, right?
For me, yeah, Meadowlark Lemon.
Yeah. Globetrotters.
Yep.
Did you ever go see them live?
I did.
I never saw them live.
My favorite
Harlem Globetrotters.
My favorite one was Curly Neal.
Curly Neal.
Yeah, Curly was my favorite. I don't know why. He was my favorite. I always thought he was really, really funny.
Oh, he ain't gonna serve no time unless the feds, you know, it's a federal thing. They'll protect him. I mean, Obama's coming out talking about all the liberal media, CNN, who fired him, you know. Oh, I can't believe y'all did this. This is a destruction to our nation. We're under a dictatorship. And
Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to talk politics today. I'm in a grumpy mood. I'm going to say something that I shouldn't. So
he's in a grumpy mood. Grumpy would be a decent name, wouldn't it?
yeah, that'd be a pretty good one.
You know, maybe not for the trail though.
Happy wouldn't be.
No, happy wouldn't be.
Not in prison. Happy on the trail, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grumpy. Well, it might work. I like that. I could see that one. You know, because some people are a little grumpy when they first get up. You know, they had their first cup of coffee. They get up and they're a little grumpy. You know, was your dad kind of a grumpy guy in the morning, or mom, or were they morning
My
people?
parents were morning people.
They were morning people.
Yeah, they used to really irritate me. because I was
Hey,
not a morning kid.
It's morning time.
You know, Dad sitting in there on the bar still ripping them. I mean, it'd echo through the house. Time to get up. And you'd hear the paper rattle, you know, where he turned the page.
You're in the family. You're in the family if you like were, let's say you had a friend and you would go to their house.
Right.
And you had your best friend, you go spend the night with them, or you went places with them. You're in the family when the parents just start ripping them around you like they don't care anymore.
Yeah. Well, back then, dads are always going to do that. Now, the moms,
Well, mom will get
grannies are the ones that really let them rip. My granny, I want to tell you what, she was a champ. She was a champ.
Granny was a champ.
She was. I never will forget. And I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I'm going to.
It's going to be great if you shouldn't tell it.
Well, I was over visiting my grandmother one day, and this was back in the early mid 80s, somewhere around in there. Anyway, we're sitting out on the front porch, and I heard this kid crying. And coming down the road was this 4 or 5 year old child just squalling. And he's walking like this. He had pooped his pants. And I mean, the back of his pants was hanging down. And he was just walking down the road, waddling and squalling. And my granny hollered at him, "You better get on home, you SHAS." I think that's what she called him. And he even started crying harder. And I said, "Granny, why'd you say that to him?"
Grannies can be rough.
She had no filter. My grandmother had no filter. If it came in her mind, it came out of her mouth.
Oh man, you don't mess with Granny.
No.
I love those. There's videos of where some idiot punk tries to rip the pocketbook off of a granny, and she takes it, and they're always heavy. They're walking sideways because the pocketbook's so heavy, and they take it off and whip them with it.
Did you see the before and after shot of the guy that tried to take the purse of the MMA fighter?
I think I did. I see that.
She beat the brakes off him. I mean, his whole he looked like he was the Elephant Man or something. His whole face was deformed.
I love it.
She beat him down.
Remember, there was a video of the guy who was out with his girlfriend. It was like a bunch of punks trying to jump him, and he fights every one of them. I mean, full on, just fist, just beat.
There was 5 of them.
Yeah, it was 5 of them.
He
just
knocked
wearing
3 of
them out.
The other 2 ran.
Like, yeah, pick on, get you some more of that.
Yeah.
Get you some more of that. I mean, I'm all in for that. That's the kind of videos I want to see. Hey, thank you, Mary Stanley, for the follow. God bless you. Hope you're doing well on this Saturday. It's snowing here in North Georgia, but I'm all in for people getting more out that's acting up and doing stupid stuff, messing with people.
I saw this fight between the Russian assassin, I call him Alexander Krokop, I believe is his name.
Yeah.
He was fighting this giant out of Japan, I believe. It was Japan or South Korea. Anyway, when I say giant, I mean the guy was like 7'4", 400 pounds in an MMA fight.
Okay.
Now, Krokop's not a small guy. He's, 215 pounds or so. But, I mean, that's like fighting 2 guys. But the guy had never lost a fight. Nobody had ever been able to beat him because, I mean, just one awkward punch and you're dead or whatever.
Exactly.
But Krokop, his finishing move was a head kick. He kicked you in the side of the head. He could not reach his head. So he ended up.
So he's wearing his shoulder out?
Well, he ended up just taking his legs out. He kept leg kicking him until the guy hit the ground. He wouldn't get up. That's how he beat him. Gotta have
watch videos from Minnesota and how we deal with snow. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Y'all are pros at it. We're not.
We're not down here.
We're not even rookies. We're so not used to snow in North Georgia. You have to watch out for the idiots around here because
I've driven in a lot of snow. I mean, but most people around here haven't.
When you have to get the snow off your house so the deck doesn't fall off, that's snow.
Yeah.
Around here, we don't get nothing
or
like
the roof
that.
doesn't cave in.
The roof doesn't cave in. I have a friend. He's from lives in Canada, and he travels doing trainings throughout the U.S.
Right.
And one year he got back. They take breaks, but he got back a little late, and his deck collapsed. Man, so much snow on his deck. So he had to fix that again. But he said, He said I was about a week late. He said we pushed it a little bit too far before we got back home to check on the house. And he's kind of retired now, still kind of looking over the company, I think. But he sends everybody else out. But this guy was amazing. He did what he did was fall protection, and this guy worked for one of the fall protection companies. I can't remember which one. If he said it, I would know. He did the jumps, dude. Like, this was his job, to test the equipment. So, like, his hips and everything are shot, from wearing harnesses and stuff.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that? It's like today we're going to test this new, I think it was Miller. I think he worked for Miller. And he would jump off. They have the test thing. I mean, can we use dummies for that? Like, why does it have to be a live human?
Well, I mean, how big of a pair did the guy that tested the first bulletproof vest have to have?
Well, true, Yeah, take your best shot.
Yeah. See what you got, man.
See what you got. You remember the guys that robbed the bank in L.A. and they were decked out in all the...
Yes.
Those dudes were... Man, nobody could stop them.
No. They don't bother.
They were wearing out LAPD.
Head. Yeah.
And I had another guy that I knew. He said that some of the LAPD officers had been trained to always pick up their brass, and because you had to account for that for cost or whatever. And some of them by behavior or habit, when they would go to shooting ranges, they would just automatic. Some of them got shot because they would fire and they were reaching down to get their brass. They had to change their policy on that. It was to take it out of the training.
The only time I am going to
there is no way I'm going to do
if I'm
that.
A sniper, and I'm not going to police my brass with just a regular.
Yeah, real life crash test dummies. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called police your brass. Okay. Yeah. But I heard that. I don't know if it's true that they got shot. Some of them got shot because they were reaching for it in the middle of the firefight. I mean, this firefight went on for a while. They were walking up and down the road. If you remember that. Dude, I mean, from head to toe, they had done their planning. They eventually got them.
They had fully automatic weapons with armor-piercing rounds.
You got guys that come with 38s or something.
Exactly.
And they just got no match for them, man. No. They came loaded for bear
on them and SWAT. I mean, they were evenly matched with SWAT.
Yeah, broski, the man who tested the first parachute.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to jump out, and after you go down 500 feet, pull the string or something. Pull the cord.
Yeah, pull the cord.
Pull the cord. I want the backup chute. I want two. I don't know if I would trust the one. Have you ever done that? Have you ever parachuted? Oh man, I know you done the hang gliding. Where did you jump out at? What part?
It was a place down in Florida.
Down in Florida. How high up? If you remember.
We were at least 8,000 feet.
If not
higher.
This is the first time. You never done it before.
Tandem. I've never.
Oh, it's tandem.
Yeah, I've never jumped out on my own before.
So, when you're tandem, you're in front of the guy, right?
Well, you're
He's facing
on your back.
Yeah, you're facing the open spaces.
You're strapped, yes.
So, what was your thought as you're standing there? As it's almost time to go? What was
no. That was exactly what was going through my mind.
So I mean,
and I told him, I said, listen, when we get up there, when we get ready to jump, don't tell me we're getting ready to jump because I'm liable to stop us doing it. Because I'm not scared of heights really, but jumping out of an airplane, dude, that takes some commitment. You know what I mean? And
You dang right it takes commitment.
yeah, and so just push me, just whatever.
So right after he pushes out, what were you thinking when that first few feet or whatever? Like,
This is beautiful.
this is beautiful.
Yeah, and it is. It's gorgeous.
Just
no
push,
fear
not
after
scared of
that.
heights, scared of the ground. Yeah, you got to watch that ground.
Well, it's the sudden
the
stop.
sudden stop.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, I imagine. So, I mean, does the guy talk to you on the way down, or you just what does he tell you, like what we're fixing to do, or because he's got a guy?
Ask how you're doing. I mean, are you okay?
Hey, you okay, man?
Yeah, he doesn't want any water coming up.
I'm smelling a little something here.
Yeah,
You know,
you got something percolating down there, buddy.
Hello, 4Q. But I was just thinking, as you jump out, and
My wife's done that as well.
there's a guy I work
She's
with.
actually got pictures of her.
He's military. He was Ranger, and so,
Right.
but he's 6'4" or something like that. So they would have all these people jumping out, and you'd have these little 5 nothing soldiers, whatever,
Right.
and they would jump out. So here he comes. he drops faster.
Right.
He jumps out behind them and he's passing them up, but you have to
Wow.
be careful that you don't hit their chute,
Yeah.
And he said that happened. You kind of walk it off and get off to the side.
Yeah.
But he did 27 jumps in his Army career, and he just told me he's going to have his right hip replaced.
Well, I don't doubt.
We're about the same age, and he said it's done.
Yeah.
And that's from all the landings that he did.
You land hard sometimes.
Yeah, making sure you didn't pass out and still breathing. Yeah, well, that's important.
Yeah.
Hey, you okay?
Exactly.
So,
But the great thing is with those, you get when you're coming down, you're not just coming straight down.
yeah.
He came down, he brought us at an angle, and then he hit the brakes, and that thing comes up, and you just float up, and then you're standing there.
Does the guy put his legs down and you hold yours up, or y'all both hit the legs? Like
We both hit.
both hit.
Yeah. My feet ain't staying up. I mean, it's just not normal.
I was just wondering if it was like, let me hit and walk it. And, I was just wondering how that kind of worked.
Well, there wasn't really a lot of walking the way he did it. We came down, and I mean,
Just
feet
stuck?
and he hit the brakes on. He dropped the ailerons or whatever they're called. Dropped those down, and it just stopped us. And then he let go, and it dropped us. We just dropped that far down to the ground.
Read Mary's comment there at the very
I
end.
can't see
You
it.
can't see it.
Uh,
I did 6 in my military career, and landing is hard, and you land in a sitting position and running. Yeah. I asked him, he said he did jumps out of plane and helicopter
right.
as part of that range. I think it was a Ranger, but I've never done it. I am scared of heights. Now, if I was in a plane and they said the plane's going down, you're going to die, you got to jump, I'd do it. But man, I'd probably have to say push me or something. I'd do it.
Yeah.
No, I actually would do it. If I knew that was the only way, I'm jumping.
Yeah.
But to just go up and jump, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not into that.
What about these guys that have jumped out without a parachute?
What?
To catch somebody that had one.
Well, because
It's only in the movies. That
Well,
I've
yeah,
seen,
it's only in the
do
movies.
you think that could happen in real life, though?
I don't know about that, but there have been people that have went out and they've had to intercept, somebody who passed out,
Yeah.
medical condition or something,
Right.
and they've
Yeah.
had to try to,
get
to them quickly, Is there, and I'm asking dumb questions. It's okay. It's all right. If you went out, is there some kind of automated thing that could let that parachute out, or you have to pull the
You
cord?
have to pull.
You have to pull it. There's nothing that can do that. She said yes.
I haven't seen it.
Okay,
I'll put it that way.
Well, I thought I saw that one time. It's like in fall protection. There's some systems now. If you go
The
out,
way things
it
are
will
today,
slowly let you down to the ground up to so many feet.
Right.
So I was just wondering if if you'd ever seen something like that.
I haven't. No.
Okay, cool.
But that would not be a bad idea.
Would not be a bad idea. I've known of people that hit the plane coming out on a military jump. Didn't go well.
That's why they wear helmets.
Your second chute is an automatic. What makes it? Is it altitude? a timer? What makes it automatic? Like if you know, Mary, what makes that chute decide to go? I mean, it's got to have something like that. You would think. I mean, but that's good to
I'm
know.
wondering if there's some kind of a mercury switch or something like that. Something that barometric pressure, altimeter, or something.
Yeah, something like that. We'll wait for the answer, but I would think that's probably it's got to be something like that.
Yeah.
It detects, and then it just goes. The first one hasn't went. And it kind of triggers it or something.
Right.
That would be good to know. It's a dangerous thing to jump out of planes, but people love it.
Yeah.
It's for sport, and it's good for for military to get in behind enemy lines and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you for Q for the light. Appreciate that very much. But it's
dangerous to jump out of a car.
Well, I've never jumped out of a car either.
I have.
Just for what reason of God's green earth did you jump out of a car?
Before it hit a tree.
Oh.
I was on the passenger side.
So you see the tree approaching at fast speed.
At a rapid speed.
At a rapid speed, and you say, I'm out. Oh my God. Well, did you hit any? I know you hit ground, but did you hit limbs or
any other trees,
rocks or anything like that?
Well, I got some rocks.
But,
when you go out, you roll.
So the driver rode it out and hit the tree?
No, he jumped.
He jumped.
We were going off the road. I mean, there was no missing the tree.
There's no missing the tree.
No missing the tree.
Watchman says, my dad got dragged by a parachute when he was in Korean War. He said he got raspberried on one side. Oh, I bet. Man.
I can only imagine.
That wind blowing. You got to get that thing down fast. I know that. Because hey, like I said, I knew a guy, and also I won't use a name because it's in this area. He used to do the base jumping, but he died down in a country. They were jumping off a mountain. He was the next in line to jump, and the wind hit and got a hold of his and threw him off the side of the mountain.
Wow.
And he died. I mean, he had 2 kids. He's a local guy right here. Had a business.
Yeah.
Very sad story. When you are attached to the plane before you jump, okay, that triggers trigger for you and oh crap moment, and your chute doesn't open. Okay, yeah, that's true. They do have that thing that
Yeah, you're attached to a military anyway.
Yeah, military. I remember my boss. He's a friend now, but I worked for him, and he told me the first time that he jumped. Well, he said every time that he jumped, he's like, my God. But he said there's 2 things about it in the military. One is it's your duty to do that. I mean, you're
a paratrooper.
You're going to do that. And 2 is you don't want to ride the plane back, and it's not going to be good for you, because your job is to jump. And so this is going through your mind, because your mind is saying, don't do this.
Well,
don't do this.
Courage comes in.
But you just get there. You don't have long to think about it anyway, because they're going go, go, go. So you just do it. But you're thinking the whole time, like, this is crazy. What am I doing? And he said, I felt that every single time. Like, never got past that.
If you don't feel some.
Good morning, Kim at Kim's Coffee Talk on Rumble. God bless you. Have you ever jumped out of a plane, Kim? I'm curious.
Yeah, that's wow.
The old crap moment. I mean, when you're up there,
Yeah.
And you're getting ready to do that. I think I'm kind of like you. If I wouldn't want to know, like if I was tandem, I would not want to know that we're fixing to jump. You just do it. Like it's all of a sudden they just go.
Well, in the military, it's different.
Well, sure.
I could have said no, I'm not going. And they would have flown me back down.
Yeah.
But in the military, it's different. You're going to have some fear, and I mean, if you don't have fear jumping out of an airplane, there's something wrong with you.
Kim has said she has done it 6 times.
Sweet.
Wow. I'm impressed. I've never done it. I've always been chicken on that.
To me, if you could run and just dive out of an airplane, that would be an amazing adrenaline rush. I would love to do that, but at my age, I'm not doing it.
Maybe going back to Winter Olympics, you could have the snowboard attached and kind of ride that in the wind and then hit the
The
snow.
paraboard.
Yeah, would that not be cool?
Yeah.
Could you come in and do that? Would that? I don't know if there's anything like that. Once I did it, nothing has scared me since. Well, I got you, Kim. Jump.
Yep.
There's one thing about it. I mean, if you did hit the ground, you're not going to suffer. I mean,
Not long.
it's over. But there have been stories of people whose chute didn't open, and they were injured, but they hit things and it broke their fall just enough
Right.
that they survived with a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Maybe it was snow. Maybe it was limbs they hit. Now that's where you got to be careful. You don't want to get offline and get in the trees. I mean,
Right.
that's dangerous.
Yeah.
That could kill you. You know.
But speaking of hitting, you know what the last thing that goes through a bug's mind when he hits the windshield is?
I don't know.
His butthole.
I wonder. I wonder what would be the last thing that would go through Don Lemon's mind if he actually got sent to prison for what he did. Right as the judge
I don't
said.
want to go through his mind. But
Oh yeah, not the fall kills you for that. Yeah, I imagine you would have a heart attack before you ever hit.
it's a possibility.
I think he would just the shock of it. You're coming down and
Yeah.
you're not. You know, it's like my God, this is it. What about that fool that climbed that building the other day? You see that idiot?
Uh-uh.
No fall protection. I mean,
He's just free climbing.
just free climbed all the way to the top of that thing.
Wow.
To each his own. I'm not doing it. I mean, if you want to climb the building and like a mountain and get up
Yeah.
there and stand on top and say you did it, okay.
Go for it.
But
You're on your own.
don't expect me to grieve at your funeral if you decide to do that and it doesn't work.
Right.
I mean, I'm just not going to do it.
You better have a good relationship with the Lord if you do so.
The problem with military jumps is, if it's operations, it's going to be at night anyway. So it's even a lot more dangerous because of that.
Yeah, you never know when the ground's going to connect to your feet.
Yeah, when the need for adrenaline rush hits. Yeah. Now Paul here he's all out there. He's all adrenaline. I mean, he's top A personality. I'm not.
I will tell you, I'm not as much now as I used to be, only because of I'm getting older, but
Yeah.
I don't heal as fast as I used to. I have a little more common sense now,
a little bit more.
and I've allowed myself to experience fear.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So would you base jump? Would you do that? Would you jump off
today, no.
but in your life?
In my youth,
Yeah.
yes. There's no doubt about it. I would have.
So you would jump off in a rock quarry
I
in
would've-
the fog, not knowing what in the world was at the bottom.
I don't know. There could be a lot of things at the bottom of a rock quarry. Yeah.
Oh, Don Lemon would take the mint on the pillow, watching. That invincible feeling wanes some as we get older, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, 10-foot tall, bulletproof. I can do whatever I want to do, however I want to do it.
I'm
Yeah.
in great shape for my age.
Yeah,
I mean, I really am. I go to the gym just about every day.
he is. He's in great shape. Now, mentally, I don't know about.
Mentally, it's a different story.
I mean, all joking aside and being serious, Paul has had a number of concussions. You've said
I've had close to 30.
close to 30. That's a lot. That's a lot. So after you pass from this life to the next, which we hope is a long time away, you think they'll want to study your brain for CTE or anything
I'm
like
leaving
that?
it to science. So
You're leaving it to science.
they're going to have to. No, I'm going to be cremated. I
Poor old what was the famous baseball player that's still frozen?
Ty Cobb.
Yeah, no one Ty Cobb. It was the 400 hitter. His son had his head detached. I mean, they detach your head and they freeze you. Till hopefully that one day they can bring you back to life or some crap. Remember that? What was the guy's name? Famous baseball player.
I'm wondering. How
And his
confused
son
he
had
is
him
right
done
now.
that way, like frozen.
Yeah. I'm wondering how
Cryogenics or
confused
whatever.
he is right now.
Would you climb Mount Everest back in the day? Would that have been something that
I
you
would love to have tried. Yeah.
I think I would be okay with
I don't know if I was ever in that good a shape, because you've got to be in really good shape to do something like that, because the air is so thin up there. Me being a smoker, I don't know if I could have done it.
You don't think the Sherpas smoke a little, peyote or something?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I'm not joking though.
They
You can call
smoke-
me crazy. I want to get a Sherpa on the show. I'm going to try my best
All right.
to get a Sherpa on the show. I've reached
Tibetan?
out. Yeah, I reached out. I don't know if they can speak English or not, but I'm going to try. I want to get a Sherpa on. I want to talk
That
about
would be
that
cool.
because they're the real story, not them idiots that's got a bunch of money climbing the mountain.
Yeah.
Those people are idiots. A lot of
Yeah,
them.
the
And they're
Sherpas
just
keep them
rich.
alive.
Yeah, whoa, that's tough. Todd Cobb has a mausoleum with a box you can drop a dime in it here, recording of Ty Cobb. Cool.
Oh, well.
Dave, where else are you streaming? Well, right now today we're doing Rumble, YouTube, X, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, and Podbean. I believe I got them all, but besides Rumble.
I think I was kicked off at X, by the way.
You was? You did? You said something they didn't like?
Probably.
Well, it happens.
My account suspended.
Your account? My God,
Yeah. I tried to get on there yesterday, actually, and
you've been X'd out.
I have.
Is
And I know what it's about.
Is X the right name for it? Is that stupid? I mean, were we okay with Twitter, or should it be X, or it should be something else? I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what. If the reason why I got this platform, or whatever you want to call it, was because of the comment that I made, I won't be going back to X. I think Elon Musk has made a big mistake in his management of the company. But
Yeah.
no, I called somebody a moron, because they're a moron.
Ty is probably frozen this morning, to be honest. Watchman.
What's left of him, man?
What's left. We live in that world where they want to control your speech, and
Yeah.
so we've only one we've ever had problems with, real problems, was YouTube, and it's been a long time actually, and it was really so lame. I mean, what we were talking about, nothing controversial, not really.
Right.
We only mentioned one word, and one word, you are out of here
That's it.
for a week. No loading of videos, no nothing. I mean, no going live. That gets you
You're
ticked. Watchman said Elon's mom followed me on X till I got banned. I can't imagine you getting banned, Watchman. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just, Gab, I don't know if you've ever been on Gab, and they suffer the same things that Rumble does and others, is they try to destroy them. Gab has had three different. This is foreign on the foreign field. 3 different attempts to stop them from being able to get funds. As people want to buy, pay their monthly support.
Right.
They quit. They wouldn't let them do it. Like they've had to be creative in how they do that, because they try to control you actually earning money so they can just shut you down.
Wow.
And certainly Rumble has went through that as well. They don't get any major advertisers. It's through the premium, and the accounts and stuff that we have that, keeps them afloat. Some advertising, sure, but thank God for Rumble. I mean,
Well, there's always going to be somebody. There's always going to be somebody trying to bring you down, because it's the old crab in the bucket.
12
Syndrome.
Destroy Gab with the new interface. I do hate the new interface. I don't like it. Maybe they'll fix it. It doesn't look anywhere as good. I'm still we're on Gab. We don't go live or anything. We just put stuff. But Kim, the conversation, our topic for today, we still got a little bit of time left, was nicknames you would not want to have on the Appalachian Trail or in prison. And we've had a number submitted this morning.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, Kim?
Poopy Pants might not be a good one either. I mean,
That people leave you alone. Crusty.
Poopy Pants. Oh, you want a tough name in prison. You want a tough nickname,
Like Spike or something,
Switchblade.
Yeah.
You don't want to be known as Poopy Pants. Oh, which is what happens when you jump out of a plane. You go Poopy Pants.
Yeah.
La-ti-da is a name you don't want in prison. La-ti-da.
Ta-da. Okay.
I just I've never been a adrenaline junkie or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do motocross? Have you jumped? I know you had been on motorcycles. So you've done the jumps on.
Dude, I almost killed myself on a KZ 750.
Kills to say again. We were talking about nicknames you would not want to have on Appalachian Trail or in prison.
Right.
So you said you almost killed yourself?
Yeah, on a Kawasaki 750.
Kawasaki 750.
Two-stroke. Not a
Two-stroke.
four-stroke. This was a two-stroke. There wasn't very many of them made, but yeah, you know where Hamill Road is over.
Oh
Dixon?
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, very busy area.
You know where the railroad tracks are going towards the ridge if you're going down Hamill
Road? I've
right
been there.
Past the hospital there.
Yeah.
I was the first trauma patient.
Sweet cheeks.
Yeah, sweet cheeks. I was the first trauma patient at North Park.
The first trauma patient. Oh my God.
I hit those railroad tracks running 130.
Oh my God.
And you know how they go up, and it's not nearly as pronounced today. It's been worn down, but
yeah,
it used to be pretty sharp. And I got some air off of that thing. And I landed down close to Crescent Club Drive, which is a pretty good ways down. But it had been raining, and it used to puddle water down there before they built the drainage ditches.
Yeah.
I hit that water, and that was all she wrote. I went end over end.
Hey, Kim, before he finishes that, I just want to say real quick, I don't know if you ever bring on any candidates on your show, but for the 14th district, which I know is not your district, but if you do, give Miss Jenna Turnipseed a call. She'd be glad to come on the show. And she's amazing, ex-military, business teacher, works for the JRTC, and just a great person. But she would absolutely be overjoyed to come in. She needs all the support she can get. They're trying to squeeze her out, I think. She has my support. But if you do that, grew up on motorcycles too. Biscuit boy has lived good.
Yeah.
So you became the first. How long were you in trauma care at the hospital?
I was in a coma for 2 days.
2 days.
And it was induced because I had brain swelling.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my Dane Bramage was controlled, and I had my kidney was hanging out.
Oh my God.
Far, but yeah, I survived it. It took me a couple of weeks to get over it, but right back at it again.
So were you okay, Kim? Yeah, just saying, she's a great interview. If you looking for somebody who's going to hit issues and on the federal, all the way up the federal, because that's, this is replaced Marjorie Taylor Greene. So
yeah, Jenna's a good.
Jenna's
good people.
She's good folk. She's good folk. So what was who was there when you woke up? Like, who was looking down, besides doctors and nurses, and said, what the heck?
A friend of mine named Brian Cooley.
Okay.
Brian's deceased now, but he's the one that got me to the hospital.
So he what did he say to you? Like,
I don't remember. I just remember seeing him.
Good jump.
Oh, it was a great jump. I mean, I landed it perfect, and then I hit the water. Then that's when it just
man
went out of control.
130 miles an hour. Wow.
Yep.
I had a cook who's comes in the chat a lot. He fell asleep.
Oh wow.
Driving his car. He fell asleep. He'd just been up a lot.
Yeah.
I think he worked third shift.
Right.
And he centered a telephone pole. He didn't go into trauma, but he was hurting pretty good.
Oh, I can only imagine. Man.
He's a big old boy,
6'4",
6'5", 350 back in the day. I mean,
right.
Athletic kind of 350, like a lineman.
Right.
Could run fast. Trust me, I played a lot of football with him.
Right.
But yeah, he centered a tree. Bam. He didn't even wake up, dude. He was still out. That's how asleep he was. They had to wake him up when they got there, the police and the ambulance and all that. He's like, what happened?
Oh,
He didn't realize.
wow.
He had a car that nobody could drive. He was a big guy.
Mhm.
And his seat, he had wore it out over time. So it had an indentation the size of his butt.
With him being a big boy, you'd be.
So if you tried to sit in his car to drive it, you were, the steering wheel.
You're looking through the steering wheel, not over it. Yeah.
And plus, things are sticking up, springs, and I don't think it bothered him. Big butt.
Wow.
I love you, Cook. Oh my gosh, man. But I had a friend. He was an adrenaline junkie. I mean, that's the friend that was murdered. He lived a full life, trust me, in 21 years. And I remember just to see what it felt like. I'm not that guy.
Right.
He climbed up. It was in on my yard. He climbed up our tree. He got out on a limb. He took a little knife, a little jackknife, and he I said, "Don't do it, dude." And he cuts into one of the power lines that goes to the other neighbor's house. He just wanted to see what it felt like to do that. Now he did that. I saw that with my own eyes. And when he
hit him hard.
Oh, it hit him way hard. Like he was doing it real slow, like a little bit, and then and he about fell out of the tree. The knife fell, and he was
lucky that it let him go.
He was able.
Electricity don't want to let.
He
you
was
go.
able to grab hold of a limb, and he said, "My God, that hurt." He done stuff like that. I was like, "What the heck? Why would you do that?" He said, "I want to see what it felt like."
I don't know the show, but Stacy Keach was a dad in this show, and this kid, his son, obviously, had a fork, and he was going towards the electrical outlet.
Yeah.
And he would look back at his parents, and then he'd, get a little closer. And the mother said, "Hey, don't shoot it." He said, No, stop. He said, "Well," he stuck it in there, and you hear it. He said, "It hurts, doesn't it?" You're not going to do that again, are you?
When I wrecked my bike as a 6-year-old, the handlebars came loose. They put it together at the store.
Right.
My uncle bought me the bike. I was racing down the hill with my aunt, his wife, who my dad told me not to go down the hill. I didn't listen. I flipped on this bike because a lot of they came off of my hand.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
And I hit. That's why I look the way I do. I mean, I faced first, man. Broke my nose, blood everywhere. Every neighbor on the street, because my aunt went screaming to the house thinking I'm dead.
Right.
My dad comes down there, he hurries down there. He scoops me up and he says, "Well, I guess I'm going to have to take you to the hospital, boy." And all these people are outside. Women are crying, mothers, screaming,
wow.
"Is he alive? Is he alive?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's alive, but I got to take him to the hospital. Blood's everywhere." And I'm sitting here, I'm hurting bad. And I'm thinking, yeah. And Dad's like,
"You're lucky."
No. He did say that later. But what he said was, "I told you not to go down that hill."
Right.
He said, "You're lucky you're hurt, or I'd be busting your rear end right now." That's what my dad, as I'm bleeding, face smashed, nose, whatever. My dad, that was my dad.
That sounds a lot like my dad.
I told you not to go down that hill. So I had to have.
What's the is it play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
So I've told this before, but I had to have the surgery. I broke my nose bad. Yeah. So I'm in and this is by the way, my dad, I was in a cheap ward. I'm in like a kid's ward. There's like multiple, I never seen this before or after that, but there must be 30 kids in this room, just bed after bed after bed.
Right.
And my mom stayed with me. I think I was there for two days. Well, it has so happened on Saturday was like the day that I could get out, but it was on a Saturday. And my dad said, what's the holdup? Let's get him home, because my dad worked through the week and he worked some on weekends. He worked a lot.
Right.
And they said, well, the doctor has to come in, and release him. And he says, well, let's
get him in here.
Let's get the doctor in here. And she said, well, he's, we don't know where he's at. He said, he's on the golf course. Get him in here. That's my dad. Right. And so he makes them, he said, I'm not paying for another day. I am not paying for another day. Get him in here and release my boy. So when the doctor, he does come in, he's mad. And he comes at me and he has to get the packet out of my nose. And the first one he pulls, he's mad. And I was 6 years old. He jerks that out. I'm mad. And I told him, I said, you're not touching me again. And he said, well, I got to get that. I said, no, you're mad at my dad and
Wow.
you're taking it out on me.
Wow.
And I was a very shy kid when I was out. I said, you're not touching me.
Wow.
And my mom, she's breathing flames out of her eyes and everything. And he calms down and he says, he actually admits, he said, you're right, but I got to get that out of there. You'll set up infection. So he said, I'll be as quick as I can. But I was mad at both. I was mad at my dad and him. I was like, hell, leave me alone. But that was a rough ordeal. When I went, it was the first surgery I ever had in my life. I'm 6 years old. I'm laying on the bed, and the lights and all this stuff and all the doctors and nurses and everything. And I'm kind of freaking out because I'm thinking I should be asleep. They had the mask on my the gas is going. I'm thinking I'm starting to panic like I'm going to be alive for awake for the surgery. And one of the anesthesiologist looks over and says, "You're not asleep." And I'm like, "No."
Oh, wow.
He said, "We'll fix that." He flipped the one switch. That was it. When he flipped that switch, bam, gone. It's an amazing thing to have surgery, right?
It is. I've had way too many of them.
I've had 2. I've only had 2 in my life, fortunately.
I've had 7 since 2020.
Oh my gosh.
So, I said that you were lucky because they took you to the hospital. They didn't take me to the hospital. You know where Mountain View subdivision is?
I had friends that lived in Mountain View.
All right, so you know how the hills are.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember those bicycles that had the little bitty front wheel, the slick on the back, and a steering wheel instead of handlebars? Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Imagine me 5 years old climbing on one of them things at the very top and taking off down that hill. Yeah, I got about halfway down that hill and it started doing this, and there I went. I mean, I was skint head to toe.
So your dad the one that scooped you up on that one?
No, I had to walk home. Squalling. And they took me and put me in the tub. My mother put me in the tub, and I was screaming like crazy. That water hurt. But yeah, that was a fun one there.
They just scraped you on down and got all the dead skin off, and
that was pretty much it. Wrapped me up.
Wrapped you up. Get back outside.
Yep. I had this go-kart. The motor blew on it. I hadn't got a new motor put on it yet. And my sister, we were living in Mountain View at the time. We were young, real young. And my sister, Donna, and my cousins and everybody, I think there was like 6 people piled onto this go-kart. Well, it had brakes, but it didn't have a motor. So you get to the top of the hill and coast down.
Yeah.
Well, my sister Donna's driving. All right.
Okay.
My cousin David is in front of her holding on to the steering bar. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, they start down this hill and they get to moving along pretty good. And Donna can't see, so she just bam and kicks him off the front of that go-kart and runs over him.
Play rough.
I'm telling you, I had a rough childhood growing up. My sister, I love her, but she was something else.
Oh man,
she was something else. I remember her sending the quarterback of the football team home crying. Gordon Lee High School starting quarterback. Sent him home crying.
We got some country gals down here in the South. They don't play.
Yep.
And that's if they're not, and that's if they're not drinking. I mean, if they drink, then it could be even worse.
Oh yeah. You better not sleep.
Yeah, you better not sleep. You're gonna get beat to death.
Yeah.
But folks, it's been great to be on here. Thanks for everybody stopped in on a Saturday. The Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy. It's a cold,
Saturday.
Snowy. Kim, did you get snow? If you're still out there, did you get snow in Woodstock? Because we got snow here. You know, it's not something we see that often. It's like, what's this? It's
Yeah.
snow.
What's the white stuff?
It's like you know, knowing there's boys. Rain's coming. What's rain?
Yeah, Howie didn't know what to do last night.
Oh, I bet.
Before we went to bed, I let him out, and it was snowing pretty good.
Yeah.
He stood there on the porch, and he looked up, and he looked at me. I said, "Go potty." And he looked back up, and he looked at me. I said, "Go on." He tiptoed out there and went out in the yard and peed and came back.
He was doing, what did you call that early?
To
The yellow calligraphy?
Yeah, yellow calligraphy.
Howie's an awesome dog. I like Howie.
He's a trip.
He likes to be pet. There's no doubt about it. And if you don't pet him, he'll make you pet him.
He will. There ain't no shame in his game, that's for sure.
No shame in the game. But have a great Saturday. I'm going to be working later, watching people try to navigate snowy, icy, watery conditions in the Walmart parking lot.
That'll be interesting.
I do that on weekends. Be back on in the morning for the Sunday morning in the Word.
Yeah.
And tomorrow evening, going to have a couple of shows. Try to get the history show in. I enjoyed the music show. I really did. I love that show. I love talking music, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And our new feature, the album from the vault, from Dave's vault. You know, Dean's got his vault on racing. I got mine on music and albums. It'd just be albums. I'm going to show albums.
I've got a stack about that high.
We'll start, bring over one or two, and we'll feature.
Well, I say I have a stack. Yeah. I don't have the stack. I know where they are.
You know where they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it would be, it's fun to feature. I like to look at that, album covers. That's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll get some.
Yeah, just I'll start cycling them in and out. I've got some ones you might be shocked that I have. You probably do as well. What is your favorite group? I've never asked you. What is your favorite rock and roll group or
rock and roll group of all time?
Yeah, I'm just curious. You have a big interest in 70s music. We've going down the road, and you've listened to some of that kind of music. But
yeah, I listen to everything. But as far as all time favorite, I would have to say Bad Company.
Bad Company. Yeah, it's a great selection. Great selection.
Paul Rogers was just the epitome of an arena rock band singer.
Oh, yeah.
Still is to this day.
I heard a band, real quick before we go. I heard a band, I can't remember who they were, heavy band, and they did a remake of that song, Bad Company.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. Watchman says Power Ridge, AC/DC.
Five Finger Death Punch.
Was that who did it?
Yeah.
It was okay, but come on. That's not a song you can remake very easy. I didn't want to make it exactly or nothing like that.
Well, they did. Five Finger Death Punch. They were big supporters of the military and everything.
Yeah,
and that's the way they framed that Bad Company is military. It was the military guys.
Oh,
that's what they took it away from what it originally was. They talk about a 6-shooter and all that stuff. And anyway, that was their focus.
Hey, way back when we were in Afghanistan, I had my niece, her husband he did one or two tours. It might have been two.
Right.
But his unit was in New Fort Drum, New York. And they were getting ready. This was the surge. Remember under Obama, they were going to do the surge in the mountains and everything, which was effective. I mean, it was effective to a point. And
carpet bombing would have been too.
Well, yeah, but anyway, they have this ceremony they do when that they do with all the troops as they're getting lined up, and they're telling families goodbye and all that stuff. And anyway, they play. I forget who it is, but they play something really heavy. And they just kind of it's almost like warrior mode, like they're getting them just fired up.
Yeah.
And but I read the article about it. My wife's sister, who was alive at the time, she didn't know that. She just said he's fixing, to be deploying. She didn't really look into it. They didn't really want her knowing because she was really worried about him going back. It was a bad. I mean, I think he had to put some people in the body bags. You know what I mean? Yeah. Buddies and stuff. Carpet bombing. God bless. What was it? Pat Tillman. Pat Tillman. God bless our military. God bless you if you've served in the military, support the military, whoever. We got to take care of our military folks.
Amen.
Absolutely. And the president's trying to do that.
He is.
Pete Hegseth. I like what they're doing. But have a great weekend. I'll see you in the morning. Biscuit Boy will be back sometime next week.
Sometime I'll be here maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah,
or
Monday
Wednesday
we'll have
or
racing
something.
show. When is he? Maybe maybe Wednesday we're doing racing. I think I can't remember, but we're trying to get another author in on Thursday.
Right.
If he can come, I'll update this week. He wrote a book about the trial of Buford Pusser, Savannah, Tennessee. He wants to come in studio. We're going to talk about that case.
He's a bad man.
Bad man, yeah.
Tough guy.
Big stick. Big
That's right.
stick. That's a bad area. That's a bad area.
Back in the early 70s.
Talk about crime, you know.
A lot of death took place over there. I mean, moonshiners don't play.
They don't play. Well, they had more. They had prostitution.
They had a lot of things going on.
You know, they had the gambling going on. There was a lot of, and they would go back and forth across the state line to try to evade capture and all that.
Yep.
You know, this area is filled with rough areas, meaning there's a lot of people chicken fighting and all that. I mean, there's a lot, and a lot of your local officials in these small towns were involved. And so, you know, they kind of looked out for each other, you know, but you didn't cross them.
I thought chicken fighting was normal. I thought everybody did it when I was a kid.
Because you were around it all the time.
Yeah.
It still goes on. It still happens. I mean, you don't talk about it. It wasn't long ago in Chickamauga, I think some people got busted for holding those fights. But
well, if it depends on how. I mean, some of the fights I don't agree with because they actually alter the talons or claws, whatever you want to call it, the chicken. They put metal on there, you know, where they can lacerate.
Yeah.
If it's just a fight between the chickens, they're normally not going to kill one another.
Yeah.
But when they start putting those things on their talons or whatever you want to call it, I don't agree with that.
And they want a quick fight. I mean, you know, that's the idea. It's gambling, and you know,
exactly.
I worked with a guy that did that. He done pretty good. I mean, he made a good living on the side. He worked at a plant that I worked at. He's probably dead now, but
you know, one thing that I'm really not proud of is I used to attend a lot of dog fights.
Really, I never been around anybody.
Well, I mean,
anything like that.
It's a different.
But
it's just not good. It's not a good thing.
Not.
It's terrible.
And it's a lot more prevalent than people thought. I think some people think that.
Especially back in the late 70s and early 80s, mid 80s, there was a lot of dog fighting going on.
Watchman says they blow up the chicken's butt, shoot them up with meth. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's
blow up the chickens, shoot them up with. It is bad. It's horrible. Yeah. We're not promoting it. We're not promoting it.
Not at all. Not at all.
But to say it doesn't happen still would be a lie. It does happen in this area. Like I said, there was a big ring of it just a few months ago that was around here. Yeah, dog fighting is as low life as it gets. You know, there's I mean, we think of was Michael Vick, you know, and
Michael Vick.
Canine, whatever they called that. What was that thing? I can't remember what they called that little club.
I don't know.
But you can get caught up into stuff. There were so many different. I mean, you know, things that there were people that I hung with back when I was, you know, young, very young teenager,
right,
out running around, you know, 16 and above, you know, and sometimes you find yourself in places and you're like, I can't believe where I'm at, like, you know, and I'd remove myself from situations, because sometimes you just don't realize how seedy things can be out. You know, I was sheltered pretty well that I would see things. I'd be like, I'm not. You know, that's not going to fly with me, you know. Right. And you remove yourself from the situation. I've done that several times and made people mad. I'm like, you know, they think you're judging them. I'm like, I'm not down with this. I'm not doing it. Right. And, you know, just remove myself. But, you know, that's all part of that maturing process of, you know, I mean, I've had people in my life that done some really crazy stuff, man. You know, and I found myself at one time in my life, I think I was, how old was I? 16, 17. And
you were always the voice of reason.
Well, but there were times I didn't use the voice of reason.
Right.
You know? But then I finally did. Like, what am I doing? Like, what, you know, I just can't believe I'm doing what I'm doing. And you know, being around stuff, you know, and you're just like, I'm not gonna do that.
Up until I was 30, I guess. maybe 35, 40, 50. And nobody ever called me that.
Yeah. The voice of reason.
Exactly.
But now you are.
I am the voice of
The
reason.
voice. He is. He is
I
the
try
voice
to
of
be
reason.
anyway.
He does good things. He tells people, tries to help
The
people.
power of Christ is amazing.
Big believer in the Lord Jesus, and is trying to help people. And you use those experiences to help people. We've all got a history. We've all got a past.
Yep.
And you can use it to be a help or a hindrance. And Paul is definitely doing that. Well, have a great Saturday, Paul. Good as always.
You do the same.
We'll
my friend.
We'll go out with the music, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, Miss Kim.
Stay safe out there, guys.
Thanks for everybody on Podbean, Instagram, Rumble.
Broski, I hope you don't get snowed in, brother.
I know.
Out on the airwaves, mud soaked and loud. Cornbread man talking, biscuit boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea.